Welcome to the Design Hearing campaign. We are looking at the barriers that people have submitted to us for working in the engineering sector and why the engineering sector needs to design hearing. So today we're going to talk about being belittled by colleagues. We've sent a few of the submissions by our social media manager, Lindsay. So let's dive in and I will read a few of them out to you, Marie, and we'll talk them through.
So there's one though that really jumps out to me that someone's put in as a quote: being treated as I'm someone's PA to organise meetings, take meeting notes, etc., rather than being looked to in meetings for my technical engineering input. Like, this one really resonates with me. I don't know how many times people have asked me if I'm admin in a session, and actually it's got to the point now where when I'm in a meeting, I will, and I'm obviously the only female there, which happens all the time, as you know, I'll intentionally make sure that I do not take meeting minutes just so I don't reinforce this stereotype that exists that I am admin and I'm there to take meeting minutes for everyone. So, I mean, and I hear this all of the time from women working across the sector, how it's just assumed that they're there to, I don't know, take photocopies for people or to get them their drinks or to take meeting minutes. What's your experience?
Yeah, so one of my most frustrating one is saying like, "Oh, are you a graduate? Are you here just to look at experience?" And I'm like, "No, I'm the team leader." But
it's because you've got such flawless skin, Fran.
I know, it's because I look so young, but no, I have 10 years experience. I'm not a graduate.
Oh dear, that's so funny. I mean, I look like crap, right? So no one asked me. Like, I haven't slept in like 2 years, so no one asked me if I'm a graduate.
You do have a child, though.
Oh, I know, I know. I see there's another quote here: being assumed I was the admin person for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all the time. I think that, someone needs to send out a memo across the whole engineering sector being like, if you come across a woman, just don't ask if they're admin. Just assume that they're not. Like, that'll be a good start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm dyslexic, so if they want me to write meeting notes, that'll never go well for any of them.
Oh dear. Okay, so there's another one here, another quote someone sent in: being spoken over consistently in meetings. What's your experience of that?
So before I got into my current role, I never thought that I had been. However, I have the anxiety thing that I think something really good to say, and then I wait until there's a gap in the conversation to say it. Then if it never comes, I never say it, and I can feel the anxiety building inside me. Like, I need to say this point, and I've got no time to say it, and I'd never really realised that was a consequence of that behaviour.
Ah, interesting. Um, so I don't, this doesn't happen to me, because one, I'm either oblivious that it happens, or I just so desperately have to get out what I need to get out in the meeting that I'll just repeatedly say it or say it louder or get in somewhere. So actually, for me, it's not a problem. But I am aware that for Black colleagues, for example, Black women, I've heard specific I've heard specific stories about how, they're not invited to talk in a meeting, they don't get to take up any space, they're interrupted. So I know that this is I know that this is a problem, right, for lots of women.
A really demoralizing situation to be in.
No, I hear that a lot, and we see it in the survey a lot, right? Women saying that they and there's a fun word that describes it, and I can't remember what it is, but where they say an idea in a meeting, it's just totally ignored, and then like the guy sitting next to them will say the exact same thing, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best idea I've ever heard! Like, you need a promotion. Let's pay you more." So yeah, I know that it's super annoying. I think one of the one of the things that I find irritating is I hear people in like their annual reviews, women in their annual reviews, that are told like, you don't put yourself out there enough, you don't share your ideas enough in meetings. And I almost think, but that's not their fault. That's the environment, right? So really what the feedback should be is to the other people in the room that aren't giving them the time to speak, like, you're not inviting your colleagues to speak, you're not inviting your colleagues to contribute, and therefore you're suffocating the innovation in those meetings. But we never hear that, right? It's always, oh, women don't put themselves out there, they don't share their ideas, they don't speak loud enough.
Yeah, I think that is a common conversation topic in EPAs for women. On remote working and Zoom calls, speaking over each other just happens so often because you don't know when other people are speaking, you can't always read the room. And that's the time when I feel a lot of the time being the woman saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then doesn't say it. And then it doesn't always cycle back. So I find it really challenging in a remote environment to really get those points across.
Oh, and this is something that I like whenever I work with women. Um, I don't know, there's some study that says that women always apologize for stuff. I'm always like, you do not have to apologize to me for literally anything. Like, stop saying you're sorry. Say thank you for being patient, or thank you for waiting for me to join the session, or thank you for this. Like,
It's
never
such a
apologize.
hard
Men
thing
don't.
to overcome, though, isn't it? It's so hard. It's a habit of a lifetime.
Yeah, well, I think I love Amy Poehler. I love Parks and Recs as well, which is totally side topic. And I think one of her quotes is like, "It takes a lifetime for women to unlearn the things that they've been taught to apologize for." Something like that. And I always think, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, definitely. I know. So I facilitate loads of workshops and stuff in my day job. And one of the things I've really realised is the people who sit back and don't say things sometimes have the most insightful things to say. These were mine and Marie's experiences. Tell us yours in the comments.